For those who don't remember the infamous candlestick story, Trisha Paytas brought up a story on Frenemies about an incident with a candlestick, one that she claims traumatized her when Ethan spoke about it, even though she herself had mentioned it many times prior to him bringing it up. For reference, here's what she had to say about Ethan bringing it up.
It was great until it wasn't great. So up until the bus, he asked my mom what she thought about my regarding this thing that I become like hearted to and kind of numb to, because for me, I always thought there was power in talking about being a soul, stuff like that. I always thought there was power in that because I thought that can't hurt me anymore because I'm talking about it. No one can bring that skeleton up because I'm openly talking about it, as I do with most things when I overshare. I just think no one can bring it up against me if I bring it up first. So I think that's, anyways, taking accountability over taking accountability, whatever. And he said that to my mom on the bus, and then he brought it up again on the Frenemies. But after he said the thing on the bus, I got really sick. I can't remember if they showed it in the Disneyland vlog, but I laid down on the bus for a good half hour up until we got to their house. I was so nauseous and so sick because my mother and we had a strain in our relationship when I was younger, around that time, 17 to 19. We didn't talk a whole lot. We did, but obviously she didn't know the extent of stuff because I would always ask her for money. I would ask her friends for money back home, and my dad and I definitely didn't. So to talk about that time in my life with my parents it's not something that happens. When he asked her about it, it was something that he's like, well, you talk about it on the show, you talk about it on Frenemies, she watches Frenemies, but my mom fast forwards that stuff, she doesn't.
And as we've already proven in a past video, she lied about Ethan bringing it up, making her sick. It was actually the food they ate that made her sick.
I got sick after Disneyland. I threw up.
You did?
Yeah, you remember I was sick on the bus?
Okay, so...
And then I tried to hold it together because you were just talking to my mom and sister, and I was like, okay, this is my party. I should be involved.
Was it because of my pizza that made you sick?
I don't know if that's why. Maybe just all the stuff. You know what
was it a curse? Was it the Domino's curse?
I don't think so. I think it was the noodles we ate that we did not film. We did not film our dinner, and those noodles were sitting in my stomach in such a weird way. I think that's what it was. And we were just getting so sick because it was a lie.
The fact was we got to go to Disneyland at the right time.
It was so fun. I was so sick last night.
Really? From all the mukbangs.
I think the food, because it's not my type of food. And then we had the pizza on the way home. It was just a lot in the bus.
I'm surprised you weren't sick from the bus ride.
I think I was, because I got a little nauseous halfway through the ride home, and then I was sick when we came home, but then I got really sick in the middle of the night where I'm like,
Wow.
I think because my belly hurt last night, and I'm like, whoa.
You were up all night.
Yeah, I was really not feeling well. I took the toilet paper in the bathroom and I made a little pillow because every time I went back to bed, my stomach started going again that I had to go to the bathroom. So I was like, maybe it was just when I laid down, it triggered me to have to go to the bathroom. So I was laying down in the bathroom on toilet paper.
As you can see, she clearly lied about being sick due to Ethan bringing it up. But let's move on to all the times Trisha brought it up. Pay close attention.
I was getting candles shoved up my ass when I was 19
Yeah,
years
I
old.
understand. That's not a mark of maturity necessarily.
But I was old enough
But
to
you
get
are-
a candle
but you-
stuck up my ass, then she's old enough to know this shit.
If you're old enough to get a candle up your ass,
Yeah. You're old enough to know not to...
I don't think a candle up your ass necessarily indicates a level of maturity. Not that it doesn't, but
It
I'm not
wasn't
sure.
a level of maturity, but legally I was able to take that.
You were able to take that candle. What was it, a girthy candle or a thin candle?
Oh, no, it was the candlestick holder. It was the thing
Oh,
that holds
shit.
it. Yeah, my asshole got ripped, honestly. Anymore. I had to get stitched up. It was really bad. I see me at 19, I let people do crazy shit. Put a candlestick up my ass, whatever. Anything for a little bit of money, a little bit of clout, whatever. And so she would do it, and I'm like, this
Love
is
it. I
broken.
Whenever you mention the candlestick,
I was 19. I was Tana's
vibes,
age,
bro.
And so you never got a candlestick shoved up your ass.
Neutralize it.
Did he do that on a dare or something?
No, he was just fucking just put a crayon up his nose. Nobody dared him.
I put a candlestick up my ass one time.
Yeah, you mentioned that a lot, Trisha.
Oh, well, I was just trying to compete with that story.
She even brought it up prior to their podcast Frenemies, when she had just met Ethan Klein in person on his own H3 podcast.
Brown?
I've shoved up cucumbers up people's butts. I've had candlesticks shoved up mine. It's just whatever.
Candlesticks.
Yeah.
Now here's where things get even more confusing. One of those times that Trisha told the story about the alleged candlestick incident, she said that because of the candlestick, she was no longer able to engage in a specific activity.
Yeah, my asshole got ripped. Honestly, I had to get stitched up. It was really bad.
However, she has frequently talked about engaging in that specific activity time and time again.
And stuff.
Yeah, we just did a full. I got like vibrate. Yeah, last week.
It is so powerful and it's a pulsating. It's more of a pounding, and I don't use these so often. I would say backdoor more so.
Because I am a male, like that. Like, yeah, but my stimulation comes from the P spot, it's not a G spot. If I want to fuck someone, it's usually like I want to be either like fucked in the ass or like with a male.
Prefer to be fucked in the ass.
As of lately, I was always scared of it because I thought it was like a gay thing to do. You know what I mean? And then like lately, I realized
that's what you are.
That's where I get the stimulation. And I just recently found out that I was like, oh, I actually get more stimulated through. That was to put up his butt, but we never did it.
Jason brought it to put up his butt.
I can only get so many in there at a time.
Oh my god, yeah, I feel like you would like it.
How many are in there right now?
He bought 5 of them. He bought 5 of them. Oh, 4 of them are in his butt.
Yeah.
I feel like you would like it, for real though. I've like done it. I've like shoved people things. I feel like you would actually like it. I feel like
a gerbil there?
Yeah, but it's like not good to do. It's like against, like it doesn't die. It really doesn't die, but like it's against. No, for real.
Can't you get like an infection or something?
No, they don't die either. I've done it.
Not good to do.
She clearly has had no problem inserting things where she says she couldn't because of trauma. And when Ethan interviewed her, she specifically stated the only reason she didn't engage in that kind of activity prior was because her fear of stigmas. She made no mention of this alleged trauma back there. But what gets even more confusing is prior to telling Ethan it was a candlestick, she told her ex-boyfriend Jason Nash that it was a lamp.
What's your craziest sex story? Give me the lampshade story.
Oh, that one wasn't anything. It wasn't a lampshade. It was like the bottom of a lamp.
The bottom portion of this lamp.
Yeah.
Like right here, this part. Okay, what happened?
I mean, I just had that up my ass one time and I got stitches from it. I don't think it's like crazy though. And like that's why I can't have. I got stitched up. My butthole was like tight. Like you can't. No, they are, babe. You don't know.
No, I know.
Think of having like a lampshade up you every single night.
And even later joked about taking another lamp.
I'll take whatever I can shove, suck.
That you can talk on. That you can talk a lot about.
Oh, I love it.
So if I asked you to like tell me about that lamp over there, you wouldn't be as good at it.
I mean, if I could shove it up me.
So which is it? Was it a candlestick or a lamp? Did it cause her to have irreversible damage where she can't stick anything up there? Or is she frequently engaging in backdoor activity because that's her favorite? Which are the truths? The likely truth is that she lied about everything in this video and it never happened. So her using it against Ethan and claiming he traumatized her by bringing this up was a calculated move, as usual, to take down someone she didn't like. As you can see for yourself, she brought up this ever-changing story at every available opportunity, and never once were the details about it the same. You'll remember that at the beginning of this video, she said that Ethan bringing it up to her mom was too far because her mom didn't know that side of her, and supposedly neither did her sister.
Of the candlestick up your ass.
Uh-huh. You did say that, yeah.
But okay, so now let me clarify, because your mom and sister were there, but everyone looked at me like, oh my God, Ethan. Like everybody looked at me.
Well, it wasn't even that. You actually were like, you said to my mom and sister, you're like, oh, you guys don't know about the candlestick up her ass story? And I was like, well, like, we don't talk about that stuff.
But the reason I said it is because they literally know everything about the show.
Why would I?
Which means that I know that they know the meme.
It's not something they want to talk about or you want to bring up in front of your family.
Fine. But they were. But I only said it because they're so familiar with everything you do. By the way, they're your biggest fans, which is really nice.
Of course.
But like that's a meme on the show, like the candlestick up the butt thing, right?
Yeah, but it's like they don't focus on that. Parents and sisters don't listen to that kind of thing.
Yet her mom and sister both collabed with her for her spicy content.
Video of you you wrestling your sister topless with your mom in the referee?
First of all, so we're in swimsuits. We're in like red swimsuits.
Why is that though? That seems kind of
Yeah, because I think it's more like, well, for money.
yeah.
Yeah. Like.
So, are you
for it.
comfortable with people beating off to you and your whole family? That seems odd.
Yeah. Why? I feel like that's a natural thing.
Sister
Unrelated.
wrestled you in a bikini and Jello for dudes to beat off while your mom refereed.
Yeah.
We guess moms and sisters do listen to that kind of thing, and evidently participate in it too,